Sorry about that, guys. My screen was not cooperating there. My mouse would not click on that present button to show you guys this full screen. Hopefully you guys are seeing everything and you did get a little peek of what we're going to be reviewing in today's video. Welcome back to my channel. This is my Real Talk movie review series, and I've got another movie review coming at you tonight. And for those of you who peeked, you already know. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing the Disney movie Clouds. This is a Disney Plus original movie, and this is based on the true story of Zach, who was a cancer victim, unfortunately, but he wrote this song, and excuse me. This is his story about how he became a music sensation while battling cancer. And this is a Disney Plus original film. You can watch it now. You don't need premium access. I just watched it this past week. All is good. And this has been released since Disney Plus, I believe since Disney Plus started streaming. So it's been on there for a while. I had heard, I think my sister-in-law watched this film, and I was intrigued by it, didn't know much about the story, so I was watching it for the first time pretty much blind. I did not know at the time that it was based on a true story. But I want to make it perfectly clear, this review is probably going to make me sound like a terrible person. It has nothing to do with the story of the film. I am truly rating and reviewing this movie based on the movie itself, not on the story of the character, because it is based on a true story, and I'm not talking anything about the boy's life. I'm strictly just reviewing this on a movie review basis. Let's get right into it. The film follows Zach. The real Zach is on the right-hand top picture, and then the actor in the film is on the left. Zach was a musician. He enjoyed playing the guitar, would write songs, but he was a osteosarcoma cancer patient, which is, for those of you who aren't familiar, it is a type of bone cancer, and it's similar to what they have in The Fault in Our Stars, what Augustus Waters has in The Fault in Our Stars, for those of you who are familiar with that story. So this is a true story. These are based on actual events, which, like I said, I was not aware of when I started watching this film. The bottom right picture is towards the end of the film when he is performing his song, which he writes throughout the duration of the film. And then the bottom left picture is his best friend, whom he writes the song with. They form a little band called a Firm Handshake, and they actually got a record deal and everything, and the film outlines that whole process for them. They filmed a music video. They got to go to New York and do a studio recording, and they did like some demo tracks and things like that. And he uses music as a way to cope with his diagnosis. And this is based on a true story. You can look up the story, but unfortunately, Zach does receive a terminal diagnosis. And so he uses music as a way to cope with the diagnosis. Again, this review is going to make me sound like a horrible person, but I'm strictly reviewing this on the movie basis, not on the story. I love that it's based on a true story. I always love true story films. I think his girlfriend in the film, which I did not show a picture of her, she sets a great example in this film of commitment. I think in a lot of movies like this, it's typical of the partner of the patient or partner of the main character to kind of run away and flee due to the, sort of sense of impending doom. And I think the girlfriend in this film sets a really good example of commitment and love, and how all that, all the patient wants is to be loved and surrounded by people who love them. They don't want to feel like they're a burden to anybody. And I think she does a really good job, or the actor who played her did a really good job portraying her role in the story, and how important it was to Zach for her to be in his life, even though he tried to push her away at one point. She kept staying around. She kept being committed. And I think she sets a really great example. The song they write is good. It's catchy. It's cute. And a lot of people used it as inspiration. There is a little blurb at the very end of the film, which I love when they do this, where it talks about, all the true facts about it. So it went to #1 on iTunes, and was there for a few weeks. And so it's a good song. And a lot of people used it for inspiration. And you kind of see some of the children's testimony from other kids in the film. I think it's important for people to see Zach's choice in the matter. His parents obviously want him to continue with the chemotherapy. However, he knows that it's not going to work, and he looks at it as like he only gets one life to live and he might as well enjoy it. And I think it's very important to show that it is the patient's choice in the end of the day. It's their life. And sometimes while it might be hard to let go of them, we need to respect their choice in the matter because it is their body, it is their life. He gets his hair back. He kind of gets, he gets his strength falters over time, but he is able to kind of do some of those things that he couldn't do. It also shows the side effects of being off of chemotherapy. He has panic attacks, he is throwing up, so you see a lot of that side, which is the side that movies don't often show, and I did like and appreciate that part of it. However, the con was I was not totally moved by this story. I was expecting to cry. I didn't. I don't know if that means I'm bitter. I don't know if that means I have no heart. Could be. Or it's just I've watched a lot of movies like this, so I knew what to expect. Obviously, it is based on a true story, so from the beginning, you can kind of see where the story's going to go. So there's not anything that's shocking in the film, like other films that I've watched where I was completely shocked at the chain of events. I just was not totally moved. I appreciate the story. I think Zach's story is very powerful. A lot of people were inspired by him. However, I was not moved by this film. Remember, this is a movie review, not a life review of Zach. I am strictly just reviewing Disney's portrayal in the film, and I wasn't totally moved by the story. Now, I will say the ending scene, which I showed in the pictures on the previous slide, the ending scene from the bottom right, that was pretty touching and that was pretty hard to watch, but not because of Zach. It was hard to watch, and it was actually encouraging to watch people in the crowd start to sing his song back to him and show him that support. It was moving in that regard, but not enough to move me to tears. Again, I could just be bitter or have no heart. I'm not sure. Overall, my score for the movie, C-. It was just meh. I wasn't, I'm not immediately going to run out and recommend other people to watch it. I'm not immediately going to run out and go watch it again. I enjoyed it while watching it, but there were some scenes where I was kind of bored watching it. I think it was because I knew what was coming. I knew the ending was expected. It wasn't like The Fault in Our Stars where, even The Fault in Our Stars, I knew how it was going to end because I had read the book. But The Fault in Our Stars, I felt like was much more dramatic. Obviously, it's a dramatization because it's not based on a true story. I think the family would be very happy with this adaptation of Zach's story. The ending is surprising, and I liked the relationship that they made to the real life. They actually showed a picture, and then they showed the people in real life who took the picture. And I like stuff like that. So I liked the story. I liked the fact that it was based on a true story. I liked and appreciate Zach's suffering, and I thank him for sharing his story, and I thank his family for sharing their story with Disney to allow this movie to be made. However, the movie itself was underwhelming. And again, that's all I'm trying to do here is review the film. That's my job as a movie reviewer, is to review the film. But I do thank Zach and his family for sharing his story with us. Clouds, I give it a C-. It was just okay. Like I said, I had some parts where I was a little bit bored, and I kind of knew what to expect in the end. And I also didn't love the ending. It just, after Zach's met his fate, we'll say, they don't go, like, I understand everybody just sort of goes on with their lives, but I wanted more. Like, I wanted to know about where the friends and the girlfriend were now, not just the song. I wanted more about their lives, but I understand there were rights, maybe they did a release to have their lives shared. I'm not sure. So anyway, that's my review. That's what I have to say. If you're interested, you can watch this film on Disney Plus, like I said. But for me, it was just okay. Not the best film. Not the best film I've watched about a cancer patient. Again, nothing about Zach, not about his story. This is strictly just about the film and Disney's job as filmmakers to portray this story. That's my piece on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you want me to watch next and review. I've got lots of other reviews that are uploaded now, including a new Netflix film, Disney's other new films. So go check those out here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye.